We talked about the inspiration of the album. We talked about the name and what you want your fans to feel when they're, when they're listening to it. Let's get into some actual music on the album. So I know you have a song called Pull Up.
Oh, yeah.
Only because I'm featured on that bitch. And that shit.
That's the one.
Let's talk about it, bro. Let's talk about the moment we had when we made that shit and how we listened to it, what, like 300 and something times?
Something like that.
Dead ass from, if you guys know how far Bakersfield is from Taft, it's not very far, right? And if this song say that shit's 3 minutes, we must have played that shit how many times in an hour?
Bro, that song is like 2 minutes and like 50 seconds or a little bit shorter.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
We listened to it on repeat all the way back.
That shit's
crazy.
And
when we got here, we kept listening to it for about like 2 hours straight.
That shit is the best R&B song you guys are going to hear this year. I don't give a fuck. I don't care who says what. That shit's lit.
Bro, I've been holding on to it for so long.
Bro, I've listened to it.
That was like the first song I held on to.
I know. That was the first song. That was the very first song we made. Which fucking
for the album.
Yeah. Which so like since and that shit was like a year ago.
Yeah, that shit was.
So that's how you know he's been sent on good ass music for like a year, bro.
Yeah.
And that's the hardest thing to do. The audience doesn't even understand. When you have a good song, but you're working on an album, it's so fucking difficult to keep the good song to yourself because you want everybody to hear that shit. Yeah, and even if it's better than some of the other shit you released, you're like, fuck, I gotta put this out, but you can't until the album comes out.
Yeah, you don't want to rush anything.
So what specific mood did you write Pull Up for?
Sheesh.
When you first heard the beat and you were vibing to it, what did you?
I thought about my bitch. I didn't have one at the time, but I thought about.
He's like, that's what.
I knew I was going. Once this shit airs out, I'm about to have a couple. Yeah. I'm not maybe. Hey, get at me.
At
AJX
least
_music.
At least
13.
You know what's crazy about that song, bro? Is when we first had it and we were working on it in the studio, I didn't like how I was singing the hook to that shit. I'm not even gonna lie.
I was big sad because I don't know. You was like, I see the look on your face and you were like, I don't know if I could do it.
Bro,
because you could do it, but you was just like, I can't do it right now. You know, because there's moments. There's moments of time where you can create things like that.
Yeah.
And
my voice wasn't feeling that strong for some reason. I couldn't hit the notes on what I had wrote. And then finally we were like, it was like 10, 20 minutes later and we were just playing the beat over and over again. I started humming some shit and it sounded hard. So we were like, oh shit, that's it. And then boom.
But the inspiration to that one was one you put out on May You Love Everyone Safely. I can't think it's Focused or Forgiveness. One of those two.
I got Focused from that. It was switched.
So it was Forgiveness that I got inspiration from yours. And then you got
right. But the album wasn't released yet.
No, it
so
wasn't.
it was crazy because I made Forgiveness, he heard that, went back and made
Pull Up.
And then I went back and made Focused. So if you are a fan and you're a listener, you know like how intertwined all that shit is.
Yeah.
And this was before May You Love Everyone Safely even came out.
It was.
Yeah, this is nuts. So anyways, Pull Up, gonna be a hit on the album. Every song's a fucking hit. Make sure you pay attention to that.
Oh yes. 13 songs.